Hey, wonderful friends, first things first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Wolves, with their ferocious appetite and lack of subtlety, stand out among humans like a flaming torch in a dark room. Their smaller stature and growling demeanor make them instantly recognizable, leaving behind a gory trail of torn limbs as unmistakable evidence of their brutal nature. But amidst these savage creatures, there exists a rare exception, William Hale, a man who possesses the ability to communicate in their primal language. In Martin Scorsese's adaptation of Killers of the Flower Moon, the tragedy unfolds at the heart of the Osage Nation, leaving no room for doubt. Shot on location in Oklahoma's reservation, the film commences and concludes with Osage ceremonies, one marking the sorrow of death and the other celebrating life. However, the story that unravels in between follows a different trajectory, as it delves into the lives of unforgettable characters navigating a period of booming prosperity destined to decay. To immerse us in the history of the Osage and their rapacious white counterparts, Scorsese employs a 4:3 aspect ratio, evoking the aesthetics of old black and white films. Through a montage intertwined with informative intertitles, reminiscent of the silent film era, the director acquaints us with the background. As the montage fades, the frame widens to a 2:39:1 ratio, capturing the essence of a train journey and transitioning from grainy black and white to the muted tones of the working class. Here we meet our unsuspecting protagonist, Ernest Burkart, a pawn in a larger game. True to Scorsese's signature style, Killers of the Flower Moon unravels the gruesome epidemic through the eyes of career criminals who execute it with reckless abandon. It centers on the deceitful duo of William Bill Hale, the mastermind behind it all, and his nephew Ernest, played by the incomparable Leonardo DiCaprio. When Ernest arrives, Bill asserts his dominance, demanding to be called king instead of sir, a brazen power play with no justification. Once again, the absence of subtlety prevails, as wolves do not possess such traits. The co-lead and emotional core of the film is Molly Burkart, portrayed with brilliance by Lily Gladstone. She is an Osage woman who, despite marrying Ernest, unknowingly places her trust in a man complicit in the systematic murder of her family, orchestrated by Bill and Ernest's brother, Byron. Molly's wisdom and grounded nature inspire a flicker of conscience in Ernest, and their love for each other is evident. Though Molly recognizes the white man's obsession with wealth, she fails to grasp the treacherous excitement for violence and money that consumes Ernest and Bill. Blinded by love, Molly underestimates the sheer depravity of Ernest, King, and their accomplices, who prioritize profit over human life. Gradually, she begins to realize the malevolence lurking beneath the surface. As she reflects, the evil surrounding my heart comes out through my eyes. The nefarious plan to kill for financial gain is shamelessly labeled a good business deal by the duplicitous king. Ernest, much like Jordan Belfort, turns a blind eye to the evil inherent in their pursuit of wealth, justifying it as part of the capitalist system. Furthermore, King ensures their actions go unpunished, having the governing white men under his thumb. In 1920s Fairfax, where the Osage hold ownership of the land and wealth, the question of true power arises. Despite the Osage territory, it is governed by vindictive whites. The film highlights the stark contrast between the community-focused mindset of the Osage people and the insatiable greed of the white settlers. The Osage embody humanity, while the whites epitomize animality and an insatiable hunger. Even the smallest details emphasize this dichotomy. Ernest's jagged teeth juxtapose against Molly's pearly whites. The Osage burial rituals, filled with soul and reverence, stand in stark contrast to the whites' callous disregard, as they dig up bodies to strip them of their valuables. The cold, self-important atmosphere of the Masonic Lodge, where King administers painful spankings, contrasts with the warm and natural ambience of the Osage community meetings. Robbie Robertson's score, his fourth collaboration with Scorsese, carries the essence of his signature style, with bluesy harmonicas and twangy guitars resonating like an industrial steam train. While it can be brilliant, the score occasionally fades into the background, becoming more of a subtle distraction rather than a mood setter. Rodrigo Prieto, Scorsese's regular cinematographer since their successful partnership on The Wolf of Wall Street, beautifully captures the breathtaking landscapes of the Osage Nation. The rolling green hills and scattered oil rigs form a picturesque panorama akin to a painting or portrait. Yet, upon closer inspection, the land reveals a multitude of tiny purple and white flowers, outnumbering the oil rigs. These delicate flowers, blending together to create the flower moon's namesake, symbolize the true essence of the land. Jesse Plemons, though appearing less frequently than expected, delivers a noteworthy performance within the film's seemingly breezy 3.5-hour runtime. His southern charm shines through in his interrogations, where he astutely unravels the arrogance and sinister naivete of those under investigation. Plemons' casting is nothing short of perfection. Lastly, Killers of the Flower Moon boasts a postscript sequence that stands as the most entertaining of Scorsese's career, if not in all of film history. However, despite its captivating concept, the delivery falls slightly short in conveying the intended information. The spectacle overshadows the message, except for one heartfelt performance that draws viewers back in, accompanied by the sound of voices and a solitary tear rolling down a cheek. Once again, Martin Scorsese triumphs. Following its debut at the 76th Cannes Film Festival, Killers of the Flower Moon will enter a limited release on October 6th, followed by a wide release on October 20th. Brace yourself for a cinematic experience that will leave an indelible mark on your soul.